Hey YouTube, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Very short video about the board and the connectors on the board of the Mini C 4x4. The board does have an integrated light controller. We have two plugs here on this board. On the one hand, this smaller plug with 1.25 millimeter JST-GH plug, 4 pins. That's the plug for the gyro. However, there is also power in this plug. On the very right side there is the minus GNU plug, and all the other 3 pins are plus. You could also use it to power an LED. You see I connected it to this small breadboard here, and the white LED is working. I measured 3.3 volts coming out of the gyro plug. I can show it to you here now. 3.29. I hope you can see it on the multimeter. 3.29, and those 3 pins are positive pins and only 1 is negative. But funny as it is, you cannot power a LED on all of those. I don't know why. It works. Plus is the long pin. It works nicely on the first pin, with the first plus pin, but with the second and third there is only very little, probably little amperage, because the LED is hardly glowing, but with the first pin it works nicely and it could be used to power a LED. But that's not what this plug, this 1.25 millimeter 4-pin plug is meant to. It's meant to be used with a gyro. But far more interesting for us is the second plug, which is meant to be for the upcoming light controller for the Mini C 4x4. We have 2 times plus and minus, plus and minus. The first plus and minus is meant for a braking light, so it's meant for probably red backlight and braking light. And the second plus and minus, here the plus is yellow, the minus is green, is meant for the front lights, and those can be changed in blinking modes with the channel 4 knob on the transmitter. I hope you can see I connected it here to this breadboard. Red and black I connected to this red LED, and yellow and green I connected to this white LED. And I will make less light and check this out now. Can you see? That's a brake light function. On pins 1 and 2 there's a brake light function, and on the front lights, probably it's meant for the front lights, you can change those, the modes, by using this channel 4 knob. So now there is light, and if I turn it there is fast blinking light, and if I turn it more there's slower blinking light, and if I turn the channel 4 knob to the end there is slowly blinking light. So that's a little bit strange, those blinking light modes. I don't like those at all. You see, I turn the knob, steady light if the knob is on the left side, and the more I turn it to the right side, the slower the blinking is. Steering doesn't seem to have any effect, but brake-like function. Not a lot, but it is. I hope we can see it on camera. I will switch off the light and now I guess we should see it better. Let's switch back. So check the red light. Okay, now we can see it. Light again. And those, I guess they have an integrated light controller, because the voltage that is coming out of those pins is much higher than red LEDs would allow to be used. So here you can see it's 3.8 volt or 3.9 volt if I'm not braking, and if I'm going to brake, could you see it shortly? 5 volts. 5 volts. I'm braking more than 5, so it goes from 3.7 to 5.1, 5.2 volts. But a red LED is only made for 2 volts, so there has to be a light controller, an internal light controller that regulates this, otherwise the red LED would not work. And on the other side, there's the blinking front lights. If the knob is on the left side, it's nearly 4.9 volt, so a white LED needs about 3 volt it would burn. And now I turn it to the right side. I turn the knob to the right side, and you see the voltage is not steady anymore. It's blinking, blinking, blinking. Now I turn it to the absolutely right side. That's too fast for my voltmeter, but the voltage is blinking and changing for the blinking mode. And on the left side, 4.9 volt. So we do not have to wait for the Mini C light controller to be released. If someone is able to do it, he can install working red rear light and brake lights to his Mini C, and further LEDs with a very strange blinking mode controlled by the channel 4 knob. However, I would highly prefer a normal channel 3, so that we would be able to use a real light controller, our own light controller. That's it, very short video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you in the next video. Stay safe, and I'll be back.